Hello and welcome, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth to most fully advance your spiritual growth. And welcome to your January 2019 forecast. So I have shuffled the cards off camera, but I'm just shuffling them again a little bit more. And the two decks that I use are Tarot of the Cat People. So this deck I use to give a bit of a storyline, and I first pull 4 cards, and cards 1, 2, and 3, 4 represent the 4 weeks in the month of January. Then I pull a card to crown it, so your most extroverted type of energy that you're giving off, that's obvious to you in the world around you. Then I pull a card, which is the undercurrent, so that's kind of like your introverted energy, what's going on beneath the surface that you might not even notice that that's happening. Then I pull a card that represents the overlay, the lens through which you will see this month and perceive things. Then from the Thoth Tarot deck, which I also pre-shuffled off camera, I've got the Thoth Tarot deck, and I will pull some advice cards and sometimes clarification cards. Now, stick around for the end because it's pick a card, 1, 2, or 3 for your advice cards to give you more specific advice for January 2019. Now, remember, these are general readings, so you can always check my videos for your rising sign and your moon sign, and for something maybe more specific in love, your sign in Venus. All right, Taurus, let's see what is going on with you for January 2019. All right, so first oh no, oh my gosh. Oh, wait, it turns out all right in the end. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have a little bit of a roller coaster of the month. First week, we've got some amazing sun energy. This is a fantastic friendship. It could be a lover where it's just like, being really enjoying being around someone. It could be a romantic interest. It could also be a little bit of like a bromance if you're a guy, or if you're a girl, just kind of like you meet someone and a friend that you totally click with and you have a lot of fun with together. You might be meeting this person, you might have known them from before. I feel like a lot of you have known this person from before, but first week you're having fun, really enjoying yourself, celebrating life. Okay, and then the second week, you go into solitude, hermit mode, and that is okay. You can see that the hermit still has a lantern, which to me represents, internal truth seeking and the light shining within the dark. So it's a little bit of a soul searching, dark night of the soul type card, the hermit. So that's interesting that you go from the first week being outside in the natural sunlight to going to become completely introverted. And I think maybe I know a little bit why, because the third week there is a loss, and it's you just feel really, really sad about it. And it's not easy, and there's always a little bit of hope, but you are just too sad to see that hope, and you're just not ready to see it yet. But just so you know, even though you may not believe it right now, there is that hope in the future, but you are sad about the loss of someone close to you, someone dear to you. It could be an actual death. It could be maybe someone has moved away, or a relationship has ended, which in a sense is kind of like a death, but you feel alone. But you do have people around you that do love you. It's just you're feeling really sad right now that's really, really hard to see, okay? But it's true. And whatever happened during this week with all of these ups and downs, by the time you get to week 4 of January 2019, Taurus, justice will be served. So this could be a little bit of a karma influence as well. Also, this might be a Libra in your life that's kind of helped to come and sort things out. So whatever is happening throughout this month of January, Taurus, justice will be served at the end. And I think you're going to get your strength back and your clarity of mind, okay? All right, so the crowning influence, the energy that you give off to the world and that you most strongly recognize in yourself this month is the... Okay, this definitely makes sense because of what happens in week 2 and 3, so week 2 when you are being very solitary, and week 3 when you're really suffering from the loss of a relationship. We have the 4 of Pentacles, so you've got your walls up, you're really not that keen on letting people in or out. There are people, just know that there are people that are patient, that do care about you a lot, but they're just patiently waiting to approach you when you're ready. But right now you are just giving off this signal that you are not ready to love, and you're not ready to receive love or to give love. And right now you might be clinging a little bit too much to material things, because sometimes when we have a loss of love in a relationship, we can sometimes project that loss by clinging very strongly to material things, whether it could be physical things, because you suddenly become scared that you're going to lose these physical things around you as well. So just know that that's the energy that you're giving off. But I mean, in my opinion, that is just a natural, it's just natural when we're hurt. I mean, we need to protect ourselves, you know, and then we open up when we feel safe. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that at all, but justice will be served at the last week of January. All right. Let's see what the undercurrent is. Ooh, I like this one. Okay, so wow, we've got the sun and the moon. Very interesting. So we've got the moon as your undercurrent. So that's the introverted path of what you're going on. So it's happening so below the surface that you might not even realize that it's happening. So for me, the moon is reflection, like a deep, deep reflection. So even if even if you're not consciously aware that you're doing that, you are deeply reflecting, and you know, you're still moving forward under the surface. Sometimes the moon can represent illusion and being deceitful. So you might be behaving in a deceitful manner, or you might have, you know, have thoughts and feelings going on, and you're just like not really letting that show to the world what, but for me, I really feel like it's more of like reflection, and feeling into the pain is very important. All right, let's see what the overlay is, the lens through which you see January 2019. Hurt and suffering. This is painful, what's happening, Taurus, you know? And so you're going to be looking at the world this January that it could be something like bad things happen. Why do I have to feel all of this pain? You know, things like that. But just know, because it is the 10 of Swords. And by the way, it's interesting. It really could be any sign that this has happened with, because I see it could be an earth sign, it could be an air sign, it could be a water sign. So it may not be a fire sign that you've had this loss of relationship happen with. In fact, it might be for some of you, Tauruses, a few people, but I feel like it's one person in particular that you previously, especially at the beginning of this month, may have had everything was going really, really well, or seemed to be going that way. Just know that you're in a lot of pain right now. So with the loss of this relationship, or this loss of something, that you're going to be viewing things through a negative lens. But I mean, justice will be served at the end, okay? And because it is the 10 of Swords, this is the last time that you are going to be put through the ringer, specifically if it is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that is, you know, part of what's going on, all right? And also, even though it's like a volcano that's exploded and you feel completely powerless, just know that this is creating a once in a multiple lifetime opportunity for the future, okay? But right now it's too hard for you to see that. But this is opening up a space for things to be more amazing than they ever would have been in the future prior to this happening, okay? You may not believe me now, but that's because that's the lens through which you're viewing January 2019, but it's happening, okay? It will. Let's see what the residual energy is from December 2018. All right, so someone who is quite proud of her. So this is what leaked in, this is the residual energy from December 2018 that leaked into January 2019. And there's someone who's very proud of their accomplishments and has a lot of knowledge. So I really do feel like at the start of this month, you know, had quite a bit of confidence or feeling really good. Then you become more solitary. You're feeling really sad, but justice will be served by the end of this month, okay? So don't worry about that. I mean, it's not going to be an easy month to get through, but by the time you get to the end of it, it will definitely be worth it, okay? Now, pick a card, 1, 2, or 3, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for your advice for January 2019. All right, so if you picked 1, this is the 4 of discs or the 4 of pentacles. So find stability in your life in the material aspect. So rather necessarily than looking about the spiritual meaning of things, you need to just like create structure in your life, okay? That might be making a schedule, okay? And laying out what your week or your months are going to look like. Get some things, you need to get some structure into your day. So for example, you might want to start a ritual of, this complete example, you know, meditating 10 minutes in the morning and stick to it, okay? But just find something to get some sort of structure into your day, all right? You will also need to, you may need to reorder your home, organize your surroundings, and also you might need to make sure that you are eating properly, so that just that your environment, your physical environment around you is structured, your day is structured, everything is structured. So you might need to structure, like I said, your eating, your day, exercise, things that you do. Get more structure into your day, okay? If you pick 2 for your advice card, okay, you've got the Knight of Cups. So this is actually saying that you need to get back out there, all right? Go forward with your love. You know, you still have a lot of love to give. Keep moving forward. You might even want to be sending those signals out, or, you know, just be open to receiving those signals, because, you know, you do have a lot of love to give. You do have, and this is saying to kind of like give it. It may not necessarily be romantic, right? But if there's a romantic opportunity that comes up, you know, take it. Okay, go for it in love is essentially what it's saying, okay? Don't hesitate, just go for it. Excuse me. If you picked 3, wow, this is amazing. So we had, for 2 was the Knight of Cups, and for 3, your advice card was the Princess of Cups. So this is more specifically saying be open to receiving love, okay? So that's, be open to receiving love, go with the flow, get in touch with your emotions, your intuition, you know, just go with the flow with the way that you feel, okay? So when you're making, don't make decisions from here, make decisions from here this month, okay? And I really hope, Taurus, that you have an absolute fantastic January 2019. I really hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please leave a comment below. I absolutely love reading your comments so much. Thank you for sticking around to the end. And if you would like a personal reading or dream interpretation, please feel free to email me at contact@sinceretarot.co.uk, and have a absolutely fantastic January 2019, Taurus. Mwah. Bye.